we talked about on Monday, you have no clue what to expect going into the season because of just how much turnover there is. But let's dive into that. We spoke on Monday how they lost 3 wide receivers, 2 to the portal, 1 was dismissed from the team due to behavior, but ultimately lost 3 wide receivers. Kind of looking around what's happening here, but you're feeling pretty good about your new 4-star guy coming in, your future wide receiver in Boggs, if I'm not correct, not mistaken.
Yeah. So I mean, when you sit here and you look at look at the roster, the offense is basically pieced together with transfer guys. I mean, so the whole offensive line is revamped. You got, I think we have a transfer from UCF, a transfer from Ole Miss, a transfer from Vanderbilt, and all these guys are put into the offensive line. I'm assuming they can run Gus Malzahn's offense to a T. And you go back, our receiving corps is, I think these guys left because they maybe knew they weren't going to start or whatever. Because, I mean, if you look at Deuce Robinson from USC, he was a transfer. That guy's got loads of talent. And you got Squirrel White, who has always been good at Tennessee, and he's like a little gadget guy. And then we have Jalen Lucas coming back also. And Jalen Lucas, I love that guy. I was big on him last year until he went down with an injury, which really sucks because he is electric and he's fun to watch. Like, even if you don't like FSU, he is – that kid can touch the ball and go to the house in a heartbeat. And then when you look, if the offensive line, because that was our struggle last year, we couldn't block. I mean, let's just face it, like we couldn't block anyone. But if you get these running backs that we have, like Cam Davis and Roydell Williams and even Lucas and even like they have a plethora of backs that they can plug and play. And we know that's how Gus Malzahn wants to do it to begin with. So, running this RPO offense, I love Squirrel White where he comes from in Tennessee. I love Deuce Robinson coming from USC. It's all on the offensive line. All these guys are going to have to clap. Yeah, Deuce Robinson, he's a big transfer for us, and Boggs is going to get an opportunity to succeed with all these guys leaving. The freshmen, and then on the defensive side of the ball, if I say while I say here, look, like I have more faith now than I gave a lot.
You ever watch your favorite football team, whether college or NFL, and you see the hold? Where's the flag, ref? Where is it? You're calling, you're whistling, or sometimes it's the other way around. They call the hold, and you're like, open your eyes, ref. Well, now you get your chance to have your voice heard. With Penalty Verdict, you get to do all of that. With Penalty Verdict, you get to vote on penalties called in real time on both NFL and college football games. Engage with the community of football fans who desire fair play and accountability. Unlock the next dimension of sports by engaging with real-time polling of referees, players, and teams. View data-driven insights to help inform discussions about the game. Penalty Verdict is the development phase, and we would love to hear back from you. What features do you want to see in the app for next football season? Check out penaltyverdict.com/Hightop Sports to get in on the action. Now, listen, boys, you and I both know we have had our moments of hooting and hollering. Now it's your time to speak up. We're giving you the platform. Take advantage of it.
Smoke to us over, Monday, just because I was kind of joking around, but whatever, because we were 1-7 last year. Like, what am I supposed to be proud of, I looked at the defense, and we have all kinds of guys returning in the secondary, and we got Tony White now as the defensive coordinator from Nebraska. And we all know that Nebraska last year, over the last couple of years, have played some defense. The only thing that I worry about on the defense side of the ball is we're switching from that 3-3-5 to that 4-3 base defense. So that could be kind of, there's a learning curve there, and it's a totally different style of defense. But I love the Tony White pickup for defensive coordinator. So Shaheem Brown and that secondary, I like the secondary, but you got to get a pass rush in this league. Your secondary is only as good as your pass rush. So, it comes down to getting pressure. And if you can get pressure, then it helps your guys in the backside. So it's just an ultimate team game. I do kind of like where FSU is. I'm not pressed about the wide receivers leaving. I just think it's more of a playing situation for them. I don't think it's anything else.
Wait. Hold up. What is Bud Elliott's take on the defensive line this year?
Think he froze.
He has no answer.
Look, the chat's